I ask for permission to work with your subconscious. And as long as the answer to that is yes, two beautiful things happen. One, I say again, that is your sacred space. That is that sacredness that is you. And when we come together and we share, we're willing to share that together, beautiful things, magic happens. But when you say yes, in its own little way, that's you acknowledging, I know you're there. If I'm going to give Sondra permission to talk to you, that means I'm telling you, I know you're in there. And if she calls you sacred and special, then I see you. I'm going to work with you. I got this. So two things happen. One, you're actually, by giving me permission to work with her, you're acknowledging that she's there. But then, because I know completely and totally she is there, she just heard you say yes. It's like game on. So I have permission to work directly with you. And what I do in working with your subconscious, and it's a partnership, is it's my job to give your subconscious awareness and tools to make shifts and changes and create transformation and positive momentum. That's why we do what we do, is to create that level of change. I don't make that change, you do. Your struggles aren't my struggles. But if I were to hypnotically say, and I subconscious bring up whatever struggle is within Donna right now, that by releasing that, all others will have to ease their grip as well. Okay, I don't have any idea what that would be for you. I've kind of got an idea what it will be for me, but you know what? There's not an interview process when we're finished. This is a personal thing. We do it from a group perspective. I speak from my heart. I speak from my spirit. I speak from all that is for your highest and your greatest good. Because I'm speaking, I'm reaching out with intention to your subconscious mind, and your conscious mind knows you're safe. She can drift. There's absolutely no reason whatsoever for your conscious mind to leave. You want to stay and listen to every word I say, take notes, that's fine. Don't. Because this little piece of skin right here does not determine whether or not you're in hypnosis. I got you guys already. I'm already working with your subconscious. I've got permission. We're already rolling. Your subconscious is already feeling the love. You are that important. I'm going to bring that out, and I'm going to honor you tonight. And your subconscious is going, game on, I got it. But when we start working with the hypnosis, is your conscious mind goes, you mean I can really take a break? I have to stay on alert and on guard and keep this conscious perspective up all the time. And I am so tired. No, baby, it really is okay. For these next few moments, you can stand down. I got her. I promise you, inside these walls, everything is for your highest and greatest good. You have my heart's word, my heart's cry. And your conscious mind goes, and when your conscious mind quits listening, it's kind of like when you're at work and it was 1 o'clock and now it's 3 o'clock. You kept doing your work, but where'd the time go? You weren't paying any attention. Reading a book or taking a class when you're not really paying, when the speaker's boring. You didn't go anywhere. You didn't go to sleep, but you couldn't possibly have known what they said. Well, in hypnosis, that happens with the conscious mind. I give the conscious mind a safe place to land. I give the conscious mind an honored, privileged, sacred space. Lay your head down, babe, and rest. And whatever you need, and I mean whatever you need, you just lay there and receive it. Just be willing to lay there and receive whatever you need in this now moment. For as much as it depends upon this place, at this space, in this time, you get it. And one of the tools I want to give tonight is just allow it to be easy. None of this has to be hard. I can't do this because, no, you can. I'm telling you, the door's closed. Allow it to be easy. One thing that happens is, as I'm speaking, as you're drifting, as you're floating, as you're going out further and farther, your conscious mind goes, come get me when you're done. Thank you. Thank you for loving her enough to take care of her so that I can take a break. That's amazing. And oftentimes when that happens, you'll be drifting and floating and listening to me and going, is she still talking? Yep, she's still talking. I don't care. and that's happened to you. You said, you'll be drifting along and go, you go over here. Go, oh man, she's still talking over here. Am I missing anything? No, you're not missing a thing. You're going to go where you need to go. The other thing, which is actually more disturbing for people, but is actually much more powerful, is when you just totally launch, you just sort of check out. And at the end of the session, I call you back and go, and now, when you're ready, and only when you're ready, feeling completely awake, alert, and aware, come back to me with sunshine. And you go, wow, nothing. I mean, nothing in between. And that freaks people out because it's like, oh God, I don't know what I missed. Well, you didn't miss anything because I'm talking to your subconscious. And she doesn't sleep. I'm doing this for your subconscious. I don't care if your conscious mind listens. My God, of course she can listen. If your conscious mind needs to know we've got her back and know that we consider her sacred and know that, wait a minute, when I get out there tomorrow and that world's out there in my face, you got my back? Yeah. And we're going to do that by choosing to make it easy, allowing this to not have to be hard. Hard's exhausting. I know. I'm tired of being tired. Then take a breath. Take a break. Take a breath. So 2 things happen. 1, you listen to the whole thing, drift and float in and out, or just gone. And as often happens, I'm going to share from my heart, and I see in video, so I do it with my eyes closed. I see in video, and I just kind of share the flow that I see, but I don't see what you see. I'm not looking into you. When I say, and now I see a sacred temple, and we're walking into the sacred temple, and oh my God, it is stunningly beautiful and so personal, made just for me. You've walked into a stone chapel. I walked into a golden temple, and you went to the side of a river. There's not I don't tell you where to go. But the gift of hypnosis is that gift of partnering with your subconscious. Now, if I was going to give you 5 words, it will absolutely change your life. I can't tell you. I do this all day, every day, and I have for years. And I would give this up for nothing. Once you know she's there, that sacred center of you, that priestess of honor that's inside of you, that believes in you that much, that loves you that much. There's nothing that your subconscious is going to step back and leave you alone for. She will step up and fight with you or fight for you if you need her to. And she will step back if you don't want her in your face. Subconscious, back off. Okay, I'll back off. But the 5 words that will change your life as you work through your day and you realize that a memory is being activated and emotions being healed. Imagination has just gone off the charts with some new way of looking at something, or belief system shifts just enough for you to shred one thing and create something new. It's hello, subconscious. I see you. I feel you. It's you, isn't it? Hello, subconscious. But almost more importantly, thank you, subconscious. I can't tell you how much I love you and how much I appreciate that I'm not on that front line alone. I am not on that front line alone. Regardless of the day-to-day or the cumulative life situations we're dealing with, or the pieces that we just really need to get figured out. Hello, subconscious. I really need to work with this. I'm tired of being tired. And what I said is, when you're tired of being tired, this is where people come when they're tired of being tired. This is where tired of being tired people come, and we get rid of it, or we fix it. And the idea of this is where tired people are welcome to come when they're tired, and I'm tired of being tired. One thing, don't stop coming. This just keeps getting better and better. The more we get to know each other, the more we reach out for each other, the more we hold space for each other. And we have come so far. Recently has had to use every bit of that. And she's going, my God, I went from here to here. But now suddenly she needs every bit of this to handle what's going on.
Yeah.
And
it's like
when her dad, and I'm not going to give big details, but when her dad's health tanked not too long ago, it was like, oh my God, every everything that I have lived and gained and breathed and done since I met you, I had to use every bit of that to be the woman that I choose to be, that I couldn't have been without this. And then that her dad's health stabilized, and it's like, okay. And then something else came. But every step of the way, your spiritual development has become more and more of your vitality. It's like, I can be who I want to be. I can live the life I choose to live. I can flip and do this, but I can do this because I'm choosing to walk my path. This is my path, and I'm in it. And I'm creating with my subconscious. I'm creating with my soul. I'm creating with spirit. I'm creating every step of the way. What's the best next step? And I haven't talked to you about questions, but one of the questions is, in this present moment, right here, right now, what is my very best next step? What is literally my next breath, my next step? What's the next thing I can do right now? Right now, what can I do right now that will make everything else either easier or not necessary? What's the best thing? What's my best next step right now? What are the choices and possibilities? Because life's coming at me and it's not slowing down. And I choose not to be knocked down because I don't have to be knocked down. And even if it does knock you down, there's the door. And that's where I feel like you've been, because you've worked work's not the right word, but you have, honor the word work.
I've attained knowledge and tools in order to
and then she has
help
to use
me
them.
not break. Had I gone through my dad, I mean, he was on his way out the door kind of thing. And then the fact of, had I been where I was 2 years ago and not had all the tools, I would be broken today. With everything that I've learned, thank you very much. Thank you to the team.
I love you.
The family. It's family.
We are family.
Not even a team anymore. Had I not worked through everything that I did, gained the tools, the knowledge, and the variety of different spiritual things, metaphysical things to utilize to help me be me, I would be broken today. So,
and sometimes we gain spiritual aspects. Sometimes we attain knowledge. Sometimes we get understanding. We go, that's really cool. It's a totally different thing. We use it.
So
wasn't that nice?
The questions that you may ask on occasion, as you start to use things, it's like the questions, you're asking them and you don't realize that you're asking the questions. And then when you're going through experiences, your subconscious is asking the questions and taking the answers. And it's a partnership that it's working in you that you don't even realize. And that's when I asked you after second or third session,
can it really be this easy?
Can it really be this easy?
Yeah. That if I give you anything tonight, that's it. Allow it to be easy. About the time you think something's hard, or about the time you find yourself asking the question, I don't know. I don't know. Thank you. You may go now. With all loving respect, I don't know. You can leave. I appreciate you. But you know what? My spirit does know. My subconscious does have knowledge and understanding. I don't know is a closed door, and I'm stuck behind it. To allow it to be easy and to release, I don't know. Do you see how I don't know is just a closed door? But if we're going to believe that our subconscious is our sacred, the sacredness of who we are, she does know. And she may not, oh my gosh, there are so many things. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after,
Right.
Neither does your subconscious. But she knows how to navigate you. When you feel yourself saying, I don't know what to do. I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I'm so tired. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do in this situation. Subconscious, honey, we got some stepping to do here. What's the one I need to take next? And it might be take a nap.
It might be come Tuesday night.
It
might be, listen to one of Sondra's recordings. It might be a session if it's feasible. There's all different things that you can use. and where you were overwhelmed over the weekend, it's a learning process. Some things you're going to be like, I don't think that that's even possible. That's not, where do they come up with this crap? That kind of thing. But then there's other things that you might see, crystals and, essential oils and different things that it's
just allowing your awareness to wake up.
This is something you can see, feel, touch.
It was a good overwhelm. It was just a lot of information in the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And then the oils.
Okay, so we've already gotten some of this tired out of the way. Allow it to be easy. And release I don't know. Because how much of your exhaustion, your tired, your weariness, your overwhelmment is because you don't know what to do. That's a closed door, guys. Allow me to give you the key. I mean, that's one of the tools is I give you a master key. Then with this master key, you can unlock any door. You can lock any door. You can open a door. You can close a door. You can walk through a door. But I'm telling you, I don't know will keep you tired. I don't know will keep you tired. And if you're willing to trust that your subconscious, when I say I don't know, that doesn't mean you have full awareness, but it might be, I don't know what to do. And suddenly you get this feeling of like, I'm going to call Sondra. What's one thing I could do right now that would make everything either easy or not necessary? I'm going to call Sondra, but she's going to say something silly. She's going to make me laugh, and she's going to help me realize, wait a minute, the sky's not falling. That was a flippin' acorn. It hit me on the head. One day, she came up in my heart, and I wrote her, I said, how many times have you said thank you, subconscious, today? And she said, obviously not enough. It wasn't too long ago we took a field trip, because we do that from time to time. If there's something precious or special going on, we take field trips around here. We say, hey, meet you there, or we'll meet here and fill the cars or whatever. And this particular night, we were going to this particular place, and traffic was horrible, and I was driving. I have this stone in my car, this quartz stone in my car. When I'm nervous, or especially in traffic, I just rub this one particular part of this stone. It clears traffic. It clears traffic. And so I'm rubbing this stone, and she's going, no way. No way. I just drove, because I had to drive across 100, which is a road that's above us. And it's quite busy. She said, no way, Sondra. I just drove on this road, because she works off of that. I just drove 100 to get here. I got out of my car. I got in my car. We're back on 100. It is bumper to bumper. You're rubbing that thing, and the traffic's clearing. Are you kidding? So I'm clearing traffic with rubbing this stone.
It's not just once. It's not just once. It's not just a coincidence. Trust me.
So we finish what we're doing. We get back on the road. We take a little bit of extra money with us, and we have some dinner together. We went for barbecue that night. It was lovely. Yes, pulled pork was awesome. It was really, really good. We get back in the car. It's dark, and I'm trying to get back up onto the highway, and all of a sudden, I just about get hit twice. I've got somebody from over here that's cutting me off completely to come over here. And while that's happening, somebody else passed me into a lane that's not there. Because this lane was going away with the cones. This lane's going away. This guy cut in front of me, and then this guy come over in front of me with no lane at all. And I handed her the stone, and I said, rub! Rub like it matters! So, I mean, I'm holding onto the wheel, and I'm going, and she's...
Rub the stone?
We were 2 or 3 miles down the road, and she goes, did that just work? And I said, we didn't get hit. I mean, and we had ample opportunity to be roadkill that evening. Yeah. And I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was where I was supposed to be. I wasn't speeding. There was just 2 idiots at the exact same time, and it was like, oh dear God, Rob. I don't know what that was important, but yeah, we get lots of different tools, and what can you expect when you walk through this door? You can expect that you can speak from your heart, and that somebody here's going to listen to what you have to say. And we're not just going to hear what your words say. We're going to hear what your heart says. We're going to hear what you feel. So if you need somebody to just sit down and talk to heart, and I wish somebody would just listen to me instead of talking over me or trying to decide how to respond to what I'm saying. Would you just listen to what I have to say? I just want somebody to listen to me, to actually hear me. And when we sit down, which is what we're doing here tonight, I'm listening. And I'm not just listening with my ears, I'm listening with my heart. And that's what you can expect when you get here. Well, when you speak your heart in love, and it is received, then inspired action follows. Huge. Another, I'm tired of being tired mentally. This is mentally and spiritually. I don't know that I'm not saying this doesn't, any of these work physically, but I'm not talking really about physical tired tonight. But the difference, and this is a little bit that tool I gave you about allow it to be easy. Honey, if I give you nothing else tonight, give yourself permission for it to be easy. It doesn't have to be hard. But when you do that, instead of efforting or trying, you get to take inspired action. And inspired action is not exhausting. It's like inspired to do something. When you do it because you have to, because you do it because it's expected of you, you do it because you're overwhelmed and this at least is going to get one thing off your plate. And we all have reasons for that. There is a huge flipping difference, but I mean huge difference between efforting and inspired action. Those aren't even the same thing. Both accomplish something, but if you're tired of being tired, listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Ask good questions with your heart, and then check out those choices and possibilities that are going to show up. And then when you go forward with your inspired action, it's because you asked from the heart. Your subconscious assisted you in figuring out what the next step is. It's okay if it's call me. It's okay if it's, you know what, I'm going to go take a walk.
You just by showing up here tonight, that's inspired action.
Yeah.
You're asking without realizing you're asking because you're opening up the options. So just by coming out here tonight, you're asking a question without even asking it.
Yeah. It's so cool. It's so good.
Right?
It's so good, yes. What you can also expect is we don't just hear your words. We hear what you're not saying as well. Within inspired action, that's where healing happens. Efforting, trying, hard, pulls you down, zaps you. But when you invite yourself to step into inspired action, then what seemed like such a big hairy deal gets to heal. We weren't more than 5 miles down the road until I looked at her and I said, "You still got that stone?" She said, "Honey, I haven't quit rubbing it since." She rubbed that stone all the way home. We had a problem in probably about 50 feet of road, and my friend rubbed that stone for me for the next 50 miles. She got me home. Now, okay, I have a friend sitting in the passenger seat rubbing a rock. No, I didn't have a friend in the passenger seat rubbing a rock. I had a friend sitting beside me that took the inspired action to know that as long as she was believing that that was helping me, that she wasn't going to stop. And I needed it because I was frazzled and I was tired. So thank you.
You're welcome.
She didn't stop. When the traffic cleared, and once it cleared, it was after dark. I mean, we came home in the dark. So it was like 9 o'clock, 9:30-ish. There were very few cars on the road at 10 o'clock at night. But I looked over and we were talking, we were laughing, we were having a great time. And she was steady rubbing that stone because she knew I needed it. And she heard not just my words, but she heard what I wasn't saying. And she knew I was stressed out. Okay, we were both stressed out. It wasn't a whole, those 50 feet were kind of scary. And she was in the front seat with me. Does it make sense? Do you see how the ease, allow it to be easy? Invite yourself to heal. Do you feel that tension that I'm so tired has an invitation?
And back to what you look at, I forget how you put it, what you look at, if you choose to look at it differently. So then you get here and you hear us talking about things. And then when I just explained about you're asking a question without asking a question. You're setting an intention by coming here, learning something new, changes your perspective. Come here,
You get this?
understand a different perspective. I just said you guys are asking a question without really even asking a question, but you're opening the doors to different things to help you. So it's that cycle, the infinity. It's the doors are opening and you're getting in the groove. So I don't know. I felt like I needed to say that.
That's good. We've really already discussed the fact that my biggest gift to you this evening is, the two gifts I want to give you this evening is allow it to be easy, and I don't know is a locked door that you have a key to. Those are the base. We've discussed the fact that nothing has to be hard. It can be. You can make it very difficult, but it doesn't have to be. There's not a requirement for things to be difficult. They can be, but they don't have to be. As you settle in and settle down and relax with me this evening, the concept is to feel better. For tonight, it was, could we ease some of the tension, some of the pressure, and some of the exhaustion, the tired? What we're going to do here is for tonight, we're going to give you a break. And one of the steps in that is believing that things can be different. And that's where we invite belief in. Belief is part of your subconscious mind. And she's just amazing. But belief holds what you believe. And that comes from so many different facets. And we don't really understand how everything comes together. I don't know what I believe, and I don't know why I believe it, and I don't know how I believe it. I just go about my day-to-day life, and now that I know my subconscious intimately as my personal and best friend, it's like, okay, belief, I trust you, I love you. Would you go through all of these beliefs, all of these different systems, and if there's some in there that getting rid of would be better than keeping, I'm all for it. And one of the things that I learned this weekend was when things bubble up and you feel like you're going to explode, let them and get rid of it. Don't shove it back down again. When there's something coming up and it's up and you're going, I thought I had this taken care of. I thought I already dealt with this. Oh God, I'm not feeling very spiritual right now. Let it explode. Let the kettle boil. Allow that pressure valve. And there's so many, when the pressure comes up, if I allow this to explode, I'm not going to be very ladylike. I feel like I need to control myself here. No, if something comes up, go into a room if you need to, but let it come up. Pop the bubble. Allow it to boil. Because putting it back down doesn't help. Belief, what have you got in there that's holding me back that's not necessary anymore? I used to believe that because I don't have to believe that anymore. I believe that because this situation intimidated the crap out of me. But you know what? It doesn't intimidate me anymore. I will do what I need to do. I will face what I need to face. So intimidation, believing that I need to be intimidated by this situation, you can go now. And belief says, yeah, gotcha, you're right. You can do this. And I believe in you. When I say be willing to believe things can be different, that means also being willing to partner with your belief. Don't fight what you believe, but at the same time, give her permission to exercise. Don't just keep stuffing I'm not kidding, guys. It's okay to open up your belief cabinet and let stuff out. You can do spring cleaning. You can clear the recycle bin. You can hit delete. It's okay. It's not like being a hoarder where if I get rid of this belief, I may need it later. If you need it later, you can make it again. You don't have to hold everything in this vacuum of, this is what I believe, this is what I believe. Oh God, here comes another one. No, you can actually partner with your belief systems and say, allow me for this day, for what is highest and greatest for me, for that which is my best next step in this situation right here, right now. I choose for it to not be hard. I choose ease. Belief, help me believe it can be different than this. This is what I'm looking at, but I need to believe it can be different. And belief's going, oh honey, I was just waiting for you to ask. Imagination is one that shifts your perspective. When you look at something differently, what you look at changes is the phrase that I like to say. You can look at anything differently. Consider it 360 And at any point, imagination, give me a fresh point of view. Step 2 steps to the left, honey. Oh my God, I never even considered that this exact same situation could be this. Really? Wow. As you give you're willing to believe things can be different, and you give your imagination permission to shift your point of view, you can make some new decisions. I can't make that decision if I don't believe it's possible. But if you believe it's possible, and your imagination helps you see it possible, then you can make a new decision. Oh, wait a minute, I can't do that. I can do that. I can do that. We also, in all of this, you need to know that within you, the piece of you that heals is your emotion. That's the piece and part that actually heals. Memories may fade, memories get shifted around, imagination changes perspective, belief systems are what hold you firmly within who you be. But the healing piece, when you heal emotionally, everything else goes, oh, that little thing, in every way. Let's put some habits in place. Habits are not bad. Habits are not good or bad. The reason that she could do what she did when her dad got sick is because she was in the habit of talking to her subconscious. She was in the habit of calling us and saying, this is what's going on. You need habits. Do not think that we're releasing the concept of habits. We just want you to create the habit within your subconscious that works well, that plays well with others. But don't you agree, in much of what you've been saying this evening, it's because you have created a habit of learning, a habit of striving, a habit of allowing it to be easy enough that you can go and land high.
Right.
And you land high. Oh, you've created a habit of landing high. I mean, imagine it, the kids that come down those skateboard things, and by the time they get to the top, then they've just gone almost straight up, but they're flying into the air because of their momentum. And I feel like that's almost what you did, is you created enough momentum that you could fly high, that when your dad got sick, it was like you landed on the mountain instead of plowing into it.
Yep, exactly.
All right, guys. Yay, I'm doing good. All right. Let's back up a second. Take 2 breaths back. How are we feeling about the tired concept? Have we made sense this evening so far? Mm-hmm. We're kind of, in a simple way, we want to keep it simple, which was last week's thing, is keeping things simple, because hard is not necessary. This process will, again, if I gave you 5 words that will absolutely change your life in the next 6 months, hello subconscious, thank you subconscious, new life, period. Acknowledge who she is, acknowledge her for the sacredness that she is within you, and then suddenly you begin to appreciate yourself, because wait a minute, I've got a sacred core within me. Subconscious, you're sacred, and I love you. Oh, wait a minute, I guess I feel better about that. When I first met my subconscious, it's like I didn't feel hollow anymore. Wait a minute, not only am I not hollow, I have my best friend living in me, and she loves me. This is going to change things, and it really did. The most stressful part of our day, as far as internal chemicals and adrenalines and all that stuff, all that weird stuff, happens when we wake up in the morning and we go to bed at night. Because you wake up in the morning and it's like your day goes, hello, you've got all this to do, you've got these decisions, and you got to do this and this, and you lay there like making a grocery list before you even get out of bed, and it's exhausting. You lay down at the end of the day, and not only are you reviewing your day, you're looking forward to tomorrow. Both exhausting times. Well, what I'm going to do with you this evening is create a place and a space that, again, if you do this every day for the next 6 months. Now, technically, a habit takes 21 days. Who wants to do anything for 21 days? I want you to do it for the rest of your life. When I say 6 months, it'll change your life, I didn't tell you to stop. I do this every morning. I've done this every morning for 3 years. I have said, I love you, good morning, subconscious, for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. This doesn't stop. It's a tool that just keeps giving and gifting richer and richer and richer and richer and richer. The concept of this is that in the morning, when you awaken, before you start your day, in the quietness of your heart, and I'm going to start with the beginning of the day. It takes 30 seconds. Mine takes much longer than that because I keep adding stuff to it. But technically, you can do this in 30 seconds. It's like, you know what? I want to make peace with my day. I choose for this day to be simple. I choose to make peace with my day. I choose to make this morning and this evening, which is what the M and the E is. Simply morning, simply evening. That's what, simply for me. This is for me. But it's simply M, simply E, simply morning, simply evening. You wake up, and you can say this out loud. I suggest saying it out loud, at least to get used to it, or you're going to forget. But you open up with, you know what? I'm okay with the dreams of the sleep I just had. And the dreams of the sleep I just had are okay with me. I'm okay with the very first sound that happens within me today. And that first sound's okay with me. I'm okay with my first utterance. I'm okay with my first movement. How many people reach over and the first thing they do is, ugh, and slap the clock? It's like setting yourself up to have that stress at the very beginning. Before you even have a first thought, you've gone, ugh, and gone for the clock. I'm okay with the first glitch of my day. And the first glitch of my day is okay with me. I'm okay with my chief complaint. And you don't have to know what that is. And my chief complaint's okay with me. You are making peace with your day. And you do that every morning. And you do that every evening. I'm okay with the dreams that will come this night. And the dreams that will come this night are okay with me. Now you're setting your brain regulation, okay? This is how your brain's going to flow. If we had some scientific conversation here, we'd be talking about neuroplasticity and neural pathways, and we could use all sorts of really big words. I'm going to use brain regulation. When you wake up and say, good morning, subconscious, I love you. Let's have an amazing day. And I'm okay with the dreams I just had. Those dreams are okay with me. I'm okay with the dreams I'm going to have. You know, I'm okay with the day we just had. It was interesting, but I'm okay with it. And my day's okay with me. Now, you only have to do that one day before the pump's already primed. Because when you go to bed at night, that's why when I first taught you this, it's like, do you want to start in the morning or the evening? Because both are important. But you only have to do it one of each. And then suddenly, I'm okay with my day. I'm okay with my night. And suddenly your night was fine. So you wake up the next day. And I'm okay with my night. My night was cool. Bring on the day. And because you set your day was okay, so you can come on the night. Do you see why every day for the rest of your life, this is a really good thing? And I personally do this. I add to it. But if you do this, it's about 30 seconds in the morning. It's about 30 seconds in the evening. And it's your first thought. It's your first utterance. It's your first sound. It's your first movement. You know, I'm okay with my first movement. And suddenly, instead of, you're suddenly going, good morning, I love you. I'm okay with my first thought. And I'm okay with my first utterance. I'm okay with my first movement. Now, from my research, there's kind of a bit of a hierarchy of where our chief complaints tend to come in. And that's fine. But we don't need to know what it is. But whatever's the worst thing that could be in my head, my mind, my feelings, my body right now, I'm okay with that. And it's okay with me. And I'm going to really, and the next one,